Nope.
No.
Thanatos turns around. Nope.
It's not a high Snogwin. It looks nothing like a high Snogwin.
It's a rock that has holes and tails.
But,
Well, what is it?
Well, after
so
a
it's
moment,
not high Snogman.
Mika sort of squints at it, and I'm going to have her roll lore everything. Because she just has that as one of her skills. Red mages are awesome. 12. She looks at it for a moment and is like, oh dear. That's an adamantus.
What?
They're...
Adamantus giant tortoise thing.
It's a gigantic turtle. Look at it. Looks like it's taking a nap at the moment. They're not usually hostile, but if we're in its territory, it might get aggressive if it knows we're here.
Kind of like the thing that toppled Fane's boat way back when.
Yeah, though I'm getting the impression this is a smaller one. Younger, maybe.
Can we get around it?
Well, stealth?
Well, you're on the map. How do you want to do this? Do you want to go around?
Alright. So, I guess it would have a lot of health. So how... If we go... And he kind of has a peek down the river, like how far does it go? Are there any kind of shallow areas I can see?
It looks like it's probably deep enough that you could wade through all of it at about, like, waist level at its deepest.
Further down, though, I mean, if you like we followed this route.
Going that way, it looks like you would eventually hit another waterfall that's coming down from above.
How far away is it from the Adamantus?
It's like just past the edges of the map here.
So
I was gonna put it in, but I didn't have enough room. And there wasn't even a guarantee we'd get this, so.
We are going to go around it and not bother it.
So cool, down this way.
Alright, let's go. Well, that's a cliff.
Yeah, that is a very, very long drop. That's like instant KO if you fall all the way down that.
But not even KO, that's instant death, right?
No KO.
Alright, if we can wait, we'll go one... Well, Rocket, I would suggest you fly over, because Water doesn't agree with you.
Yeah.
And Rocket could potentially... How many people can... Actually, Rocket could just carry us over one by one if you fly us, like, across the gap. Like,
That's what I was thinking.
Now, before we do it, how... Her flight, is it quiet? Because I know she uses... Does she use her boosters, or can she just...
If she wants a lot of speed, she can use her boosters. Just flying under her normal wing power, though, I mean, it's about as loud as you would expect big-ass bird feathers to be.
Like, if you just start all the way back here, Rocket, one by one, just skirts around the edge and lands all the way over here. Just give it a wide berth.
So it's just one fly us over, so...
Yeah.
So, like that?
We try to be quiet.
Yeah, or maybe just even further, just as far away from this thing as we can get flying around.
Okay.
Would Rocket be able to do all that?
Yeah. She can only carry you guys one at a time when not under such extreme circumstances as before without seriously exerting herself, but she can do it.
Yeah. Just go around and continue on and let this thing sleep.
Alright, you first, Stealth Elf.
Alright, Rocket, come on.
Yeah, alright.
Alright. So you hop on, Rocket, you engage flight. I just realized that these tokens don't have your HP values, so give me a moment. I'm going to jump back over to the previous map. I'm going to jump back over to the previous map and get our token and get your tokens from there and just give you all of your stat increases.
I'm concerned that you find it necessary.
Just in case. Just in case you roll poorly and piss this thing off. What the hell is that?
Also, Palmy's here.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be, but, you know, there you go.
Also, we should have full HP and MP.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I just pulled this from the previous map. Give me a minute. I literally copy-pasted you guys.
Copy paste.
And I can see everyone's except Rocket and these numbers?
Well, their health bars, at least, we see. So
Yeah.
hopefully we won't need it, because we're not going to be fighting that thing around. Okay?
We should see.
This big-ass thing like that's going to take forever to kill.
All right. Okay. So just get everyone sort of neat and lined up in a row. Me and Rocket, Mika back here. And he hops onto your back, Rocket, and you spread your wings and take to the air, flying across the gap. And it is a very far drop. You look down for a second and sort of get the sense of vertigo from the sheer drop it is. And you're like, you focus ahead, keep moving. And
do they have to roll stealth?
Do please roll a stealth check for me as you're going.
Is that Rocket?
Yeah, that's Rocket.
I do believe Rocket increased her stealth, so hopefully.
Yeah, her stealth has been pretty good for a while now.
15.
15? All right. The Adamantus does not seem to take any notice of you as you fly across the gap and set knee down on the other side.
That stealth is only one less than mine.
All right, so that's
All
one.
right, go get the next one.
All right. Rocket's stealth roll will hold as she goes back to get at the others. While you're doing this, is there anything else anyone wants to do while they're waiting for it to be their turn?
I mean, not really. We're just trying to be very quiet and to not wake the big turtle.
All right. Well then.
Do you want to go over next, Mika?
Sure. All right.
Just
All right.
remember, cats always land on their feet.
Shut up.
Thanatos, now's not the time or the place.
Now is not the time for Thanatosisms. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, just.
So one by one, Rocket brings the party over. One by one, bit by bit, flap by flap.
Why do I feel like this is too easy? This is tone we're talking about. It's too easy.
Well, she rolled really good on her stealth, so...
I don't trust you.
Alright, are we all set to the side? Can we leave and go?
Well, I need to make one more roll.
Oh no.
The Adamantus does not notice you. It remains blissfully asleep.
Let's go. Leaving.
Let's go.
All right. So, you
Okay,
pass...
friends, we're leaving.
All right. You make it past that random encounter without incident. Who would like to helm the second leg of the journey? You're now on the slopes of the mountainside. It's not nearly as forested here. There isn't as much foliage or flora. It's more steep, much more rocky, a lot of sharp inclines and cliff faces. Who wants to take the lead?
I don't mind giving it a shot.
All right.
Or what would you roll, though?
What skill do you want to use? These already used awareness.
Oh, already used awareness.
Yeah, to Pathfind. What skill do you want to use?
Could it be any skill?
You can pick whatever skill you want. If you can give me a good reason for why it would help you in this scenario, then I'll have you roll it.
Like, you can't negotiate with the mountain.
I mean, you can certainly try. The DC is just going to be fucking 30.
I was about to say.
I was gonna say, but then again, stealth has already been.
Well,
Well.
see how stealth's going to help us find our way up a mountain.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I suppose stealth would also stand for careful, like, carefully climb the mountain.
No, that's not quite how that works.
Well, you have to be very steady and quiet on your feet.
What other skills do you have that are relatively high?
What's your
Well,
nature?
all I have is awareness, negotiation, and also stealth. They are all 6.
Who has nature?
I don't.
I have 3 in nature.
Rocket, what's your
But you
nature?
say I could try negotiate. What the heck?
Don't negotiate with the mountain. Rockets, what is your nature?
What was my nature?
Yeah.
2.
Thanatos, I think you're leading this one.
I mean, I could do nature, but my athletics is 5. So, what if say? So again, Kurzatan was next to a cliff, so you could say that Thanatos has experience climbing cliff faces like this.
Okay.
So what if I say athletics and kind of just guide everybody up the cliff face?
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll that. Okay. All right. So you guide everyone up, and it's weird seeing Thanatos climb this competently after all the times you've seen him fall and smack his head on shit.
So where were you hiding this sun athleticism?
I was always athletic. The only times I've ever fallen was off a boat. Like name one other time.
And that time you tripped over a rope.
Yes.
The rope doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It's right here. She
It's
holds it up.
Hey, where'd you get that? That was in my backpack.
She looks over at you for a second, looks at it, looks at you, is like, meh, hands it back.
So that was going to be the stealthy one.
Hey, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. Isn't that how this works?
Yes, but you are terrifying.
I grew up practically in a cliff face. You think I don't know how to climb a mountain?
History would tell me that answer, but here we are.
All right.
Well, you may climb, but you certainly can't make a soft landing. So let's
right.
go.
Okay.
You want to try a soft landing?
Now then, Thanatos, you guide the group up very, very well. Please roll for me a 1d5.
So this is definitely a dungeon in the game.
Please no, please no, please no, please no.
Ooh.
2.
All right. You come up to a sort of flat stretch where the cliffs end, and you have to carry on regularly for a while. You make your way into the foliage, worming your way through the dense branches and vines, and it is very, very thick here. But with some generous application of your weapons, you're able to sort of carve a little path through things with a minimal issue, and Rocket's just instinctively used to going through dense foliage, so she's not having too much trouble with it. You work your way through for a little while before you come to a clearing. Sort of wide sort of stretch of open grass. And you can see a bunch of mossy, reddish-colored pads lying around.
What?
Little patches of red moss that are just kind of hanging out on the ground.
Okay, does anyone know what this red moss is? Because I've never seen it before. I don't trust it.
Mika.
Mika's gonna roll lore everything.
By the way, nice job of your overgrown cleaver. I knew that'd be in good use. Oh,
I have no idea.
Wait,
You know?
wait, say that again?
I have no idea.
Okay, everybody else heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
I'm just saying the egghead has no idea.
Hey,
I
I
read
read
a
a
lot.
lot. Hey, I read a lot. I don't know everything.
I'm just going to try a nature check.
All right, roll it.
Probably not going to only a +2, but 9.
You get the impression that there's probably more to this fungus than meets the eye, but you don't know what that could be.
Can
Yeah,
we
but map for this just kind of
Can I
shows
roll
what
awareness?
There is no map for this one.
can we get around said moss?
May I roll for awareness to see if there is a way around?
Roll awareness,
Yeah.
Alistair.
Nope.
You have no idea.
I go to roll awareness. See, there's a way around. See if I can pull around.
I think this moss gives us the status effect. I have no idea.
It gives you confusion.
Yep.
What is with the dice?
There we go.
All right, there's your check, 11. And is that to find a way through? Or around or whatever?
So you can hear Alistair declare, I'm going to find a way around them. Immediately go, ooh, that looks pretty. And just wander off to look at something.
All right. So,
I have no idea.
all right, so it is very dense right now, and there's a lot of rocky formations around the edges of this clearing.
Oh, don't worry. He's used to be surrounded by dents.
But you get so there's not really a conventional way around, at least not without a serious detour. But you get the impression if you were careful, you could probably work your way through it without stepping on any of the moss, if you were so inclined.
Oh, we could fly over again.
I mean, I don't want to use.
Don't
Rocket's
abuse
power.
that. We're gonna need that. We haven't exactly reached close to the top yet.
Yeah, I kind of want to save her flying just in case.
If there's other ways to get around, we would do it that way.
Would it be an athletics roll to try and get through without touching?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, it would be an athletics roll to get through without touching.
All right.
Someone's going to fail this. Okay.
Onward, Stelfo.
Onwards, Elfo.
Oh, no.
12.
All right, Nee, you make it through without issue.
My turn.
Alright, guys. Just be really careful and follow the path I used.
Shit.
Wait, I have more athletics than a ranger.
You've probably been investing in it.
All right, Alistair, that is just enough. Your foot gets really close to some of those moss as you're going, and you see that it actually sort of swells a bit as you get close, where you jerk your foot back and it shrinks down a bit.
So at this point, Nee switches jobs to White Mage and casts Rescue on everyone.
And Thanatos is
Alasias
kind of
is sweating at that, sawing that.
Yeah, and Thanatos is kind of the same with you. You see the moss sort of swell up a bit when your foot gets a bit too close, and it deflates when you
I
get
knew I
further
didn't
away.
trust the look of that moss.
Alright, Mika. Come on.
How athletic is the bookworm?
She has a +2.
Oh dear. Oh, I thought she at least have more than me. Oh no!
Oh dear.
Okay, so as Mika is going, she loses her balance for a second when her foot hits a rock that she didn't see, and she starts wobbling in place. And her foot lands directly in one of the patches of red moss, and it immediately emits a bunch of spores into the air right up towards Mika's face. She needs to make a finesse check to resist the effect.
Breath.
Oh no, I knew it.
Okay. Come on, Mika, don't fuck it up.
She quickly, that is enough. She quickly covers up her nose and her face with her arm and closes her eyes as the spores wash over her for a minute before quickly just pulling her foot back and just charging across. And soon enough gets back to you guys.
Nee gives
You
a...
okay, Mika?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what those spores do, but I'm not eager to find out.
Is it? And now,
Let's just walk it.
Sarah.
Is she just gonna fly over, or is she going to attempt that passage?
What do I have to roll?
You want,
Athletics.
yeah, if you're going on foot, you could expend some of your
Athletics.
flight to just cross it without issue if you wanted.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
do that.
So you expend a little bit of flight to just get across without issue, and you pass through the clearing. Otherwise, with no issue.
What would that have done?
Well,
So far,
if you
so
had
good.
if you had breathed in the spores, they would have intoxicated and allured whoever they breathed in and failed their finesse check, causing them to lie down on the spores as if they were a bed, at which point the spores would attempt to ensnare and devour them.
Only.
Like a Venus flytrap mixed with that butterfly effect.
Kinda,
All
yeah.
right. So,
What's
All
our
right.
terrain now for our final?
Final leg of the journey. Who wants to take point?
Well,
Well, what kind of terrain
what's
is
the
it?
area like?
What is it?
Once you get through the last of the forestation in this little patch, it's back into the more steep slopes and jagged rockiness. You're in full-on mountain terrain now.
Okay, Alice, your turn.
And
I wish someone
again,
didn't
what
use
to
the other thing,
use?
but okay.
Again, like if athletics was used, nature probably should again be the next thing that is yet to be used.
I mean, but didn't
I mean,
we
Rocket is, I think, the only one that has nature other than me.
Rocket has 2, I have 2, you have 3. So Thanatos, you should be going ahead again.
Can I go again?
I thought it was only one at a time.
Not so quickly. No.
And they've already done awareness, so that's
Like if whoever goes next fails their turn heading, then someone who's gone before can try again. But for the moment, it's
Shit.
Rocket, I think it's up to you to do a nature check then. Either way.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I got else's magic.
So I have to roll it again.
Nature check.
nature.
I only have a 2 on my nature check.
Yeah.
Well, everybody
so
else.
Thanatos has 3, but he's already gone, so technically he can't go.
I have nothing for nature. I have only magic.
9.
Whatever.
All right. It's a little slow going, but you're making good progress. You're getting up higher, and you can see up ahead, higher up on the mountainside, over various of the peaks and little spikes rising up around the summit, these small circling clouds crackling with electricity.
I think we're getting close.
Those are serving to help guide your path. And I need you to make me a 1d4 roll, please, Rocket.
What do we get this time? Maybe the Moogle refreshment cart? Okay.
All right. Well then. You make your way for a while, and eventually you start to follow another, what looks to be a little stream worming its way down. Not as big a one. And you work your way up, following the river up towards the summit, and up ahead, as you're going, you see a sight you were not expecting. You see a familiar but distant shape by the side of the river of a dented-in rock, or what you would assume to be a rock, were it not for the 2 long, mummified and shriveled snake heads that have lolled out of the hole in its side, mouths wide and gaping.
Oh, this is okay. High snoggling.
Dead High Snoggwin. Or maybe undead High Snoggwin. Let's find out, I guess. So,
Mummified
it's-
High
so we approach, it's seemingly a dead High Snoggwin, right?
Judging by the horrid aroma, it is very dead, yes. Long, mummified, and dried up and shriveled, and flies sort of landing on its skin and then flying off.
Thanatos. Thanatos puts his hand and goes, "Thank you, Ramu."
High Snogrin. Why did it have to be a High Snogrin?
Well, it's a,
Hey,
it's a dead one.
so no poison today.
This is
I
the thing you
know.
guys encountered all that time ago?
Yeah, when we were outside of Marasu on the way to deal with the cultist barrels, it jumped
And
us
to
from the
be
river.
honest, my first experience way too close to encounter for my taste. That's
I mean,
a
it-
massive callback.
Yeah. Interesting point of order. There are several holes in the shell of the High Snogwin.
Don't care. We're going.
Looks like it's got a parasite in it. Don't want to stay to see what that does.
So if something killed the High Snogrin, is much worse than the High
I'm gonna roll an
Let's get out
awareness
of here.
to see if there's anything Gosh, no good
Yeah,
killing
me
her.
too, because I'm just like worried about this, seeing
Can't
this.
we
And...
just leave?
Well, I would like to.
I
I like to be aware.
want to leave.
myself.
Knowing that we're not going to get jumped trying to leave.
Oh, we
14
definitely
and-
see it.
All right. What are you looking for with those awareness rolls?
Anything that might be a threat. and,
Indeed, because
the
even
only-
I'm just like.
The only vaguely threatening-looking thing here is the Hysnogwin, and it is dead with a bunch of holes in its carapace that look surprisingly smooth.
Well, I don't see anything.
See?
Like I said,
Let's-
it's a parasite in it.
Let's move on before.
Parasite
Something-
gets us.
There's one more
Yeah,
thing, though.
good.
Alistair,
Go.
with your 16, you catch a faint glimmer of something shiny reflecting through one of the holes.
Oh, you want to put a hand in it, don't you?
Well, he can lose his
See
hand,
what
not me.
Could I stealthily go and get it, or whatever?
I mean, make a stealth check if you wish.
If you want to do a stealth check, that's my job.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a bit too late for that, mate.
Let the
Oh.
stealth elf do it.
It's not too late. You go,
What the
hey,
hell?
there's a shiny thing.
16 again.
You fucking.
Your stealth is 6?
Yep.
Damn, all right.
I mean,
hell
from
would you
last
do?
encounter, I had to.
All right, so, Alistair, you approach the dead Hysnogwin, and you look into the hole that has the reflective light in it, and to your surprise, you actually see what appears to be a stash of some sort.
Pardon?
You see a collection of bottles inside. Give me a second to figure out exactly how many. Okay, so it's only 2 bottles, but you pull them both out, and you realize that one of them is an elixir, and the other is a remedy. And bound around the remedy is a sheet of parchment.
Which
Effect
says...
event. So what does the parchment say?
Unraveling the parchment, I don't think you know the Moogle language, and that's what it's written in, judging by the
Damn.
cutesy squiggles and swirls of the script.
Mika, do you speak
Me-
Moogle?
I do
Could
not.
you
While he's doing that-
translate it?
He's going to take the parchment and fuck him on the head. If you want stealth, get the trained stealth elf.
Again,
Well,
to-
found it
can
anyway.
you read Moogle?
We're probably going to have to ask the jesters up top.
The question was to the Mika.
Mika shakes her head.
She said
No,
no.
I don't know that language.
Hmm.
That's true.
Shame
Wow,
we
we're
only
finding a
found
whole
2
lot of
bottles,
things that she
but
didn't know on this run.
To
A lot of
be
people don't
fair-
come here.
Move
The
on.
Muggles tend to keep to themselves and just fuck around.
Hmm. And to be fair, you can't know everything about the world. There's not a mind big enough that can hold that amount of knowledge. Unless you're god tier, then yeah, sure.
I was about to say there is a literal god that is supposed to be like a living
But
encyclopedia.
none of us here are gods, so let's carry on.
All right. So,
I still don't trust it. I feel like something bad is going to happen.
Oh, let's just continue
Well,
on.
I
before
got
you-
the 2 bottles in the inventory for now, and Nee's got the parchment, so let's go.
all right. You continue your ascent, and that was the 3rd success you needed. And so eventually, you keep working your way up, worming your way through, and you eventually come out. The stones begin to sort of funnel you into this very narrow pass, heading up and up. And you're very much truly under the thunderclouds now. And you look up and you can see like rolling waves of static electricity just dancing across the clouds overhead, creating this subtle, perpetual rumbling noise overhead. The air is getting colder and a notable wind is picking up, but not an intense one. Just a little gentle breeze.
Well,
Eventually, the slope begins to even out, and you see more signs of foliage cropping in, as if you've reached a top of mountain oasis almost. The narrow ravine you've been following for the past while opens out into this wide clearing, dense with foliage on all sides, and you can see an archway made of more roots and purple crystals rising up at the far end. It's otherwise relatively clear in the middle. And you see...
Can I...
Go ahead.
Go on. No, you...
Okay.
You say what
And you can...
see.
And lastly, off to the sides, you can see 6 separate, what look to be Moogle houses.
We
That's
made
what I was
it.
gonna ask. Let's see if someone's home. He's going to... Well, are there any Moogles about?
Well, as you step a little further into the clearing, you hear that from up top, and you look up, and you see 7 Moogles, all dressed in surprisingly elaborate garb for Moogles, flying down towards the group in a sort of spiral pattern before they all land around you, encircling the group.
The Moogle jesters, I presume.
One of them, who has this big pointy black hat, flits forward and nods.
Mm-hmm. I am Mookie, speaker
Mookie.
for the 7 Jesters.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Mookie. My friend Nee here has something we would like you to read, and other business, if you don't mind.
We already know why you're here, Kupo.
Alright.
Ramu
right.
would have told you. Though on the way up the mountain for your little test, we found this inside a desiccated High Snugwin corpse.
You pass him the note. Mookie takes it and reads it over.
That's depressing.
Oh. Is it like a final will or something?
Not a final will, but more just instructions, but it's dated to like 30 years ago.
Ooh.
What are the instructions?
Apparently, that High Snoggin corpse you found was a dead drop for some medicine for a Moogle kid who was apparently sick. I guess it never got to the kid. Don't know if they're alive or dead or not. But,
That's surprisingly morbid.
We also found 2, well, at least I found 2 bottles that were with it as well.
That would be the medicine.
Well, it's been 30 years. Never got to its recipient. Might as well keep it.
Okay.
So, we've completed the first trial. However, we were made to understand that there would be a second upon reaching you before you would admit us to see Lord Ramu.
Under normal circumstances, that is absolutely how this works, Kupo. But his magnificent beardliness has decided to forgo that, and instructed us to usher you in straight away.
Makes sense and is relieving. However, before that, which one of you is the white mage who replaced Moglian? Was that name?
Mookie sort of taps himself on the chest.
Right here. Kupo.
I keep forgetting to say Kupo.
It's okay.
We were directed to talk to you about a small issue of Alistair having a parasite in his soul from someone who destroyed a crystal.
Oh? That's so.
So,
Tell me more, Kupo.
I'm not going to go ahead and explain it because it's long-winded, but Nee goes ahead and explains, Marasu, and Elizabeth, and all that.
All right. So you explain the situation and how Alistair has this link to Soraan. Mookie listens intently the whole time, being surprisingly polite and cordial for, the Moogles you've encountered here so far. And then turns to Alistair, closes his eyes and lifts a hand in it. The whole Moogle starts glowing with white light. And you can feel the familiar sensation of, the sensation you had described to you before of a ballooning up from the inside, so to speak, as your soul's made contact with. It's a similar spell, though not the same.
That almost looks like green magic.
No idea what that is, Kippo. But, anyways.
What do you see?
You definitely got something there. It's like a tether, maybe?
When it was
And-
inside Elizabeth, it was used to directly control the individual and turn them into a raging beast.
This isn't nearly
When Alistair took it on, the Soraan dismantled his little parasite, but left enough of it to act as a tether.
Yeah, just a little thread.
Can
Barely any
you
more
cut
than
it?
that. I can try, but I don't see it working. It's a bit outside my sphere of expertise.
You understand why we're reluctant to bring Alistair into Ramu's chamber while he has that, because last time, that expedited things unnecessarily.
And we don't want to repeat of that.
Well, let me see what I can do.
Even if you could just suppress it for the next hour or so. Soraan from listening in or otherwise coming to say hi.
He works his magic for a minute, blue and white light dancing up and down around Alistair's body. And after a few minutes, he backs off a bit, sort of panting a bit.
Thing is stubborn. I think I might have managed to smother it a bit, but I definitely can't cut it.
Well, maybe Ramu can.
Maybe. Let's hope that at the very least your smothering will prevent him from realizing what's going on and coming to wreck the party.
Well, Ramu's waiting for you.
And Mookie drifts off to the side and gestures towards the archway behind him.
Head on through, Kippo. We'll keep an eye on the way, as we always do.
Thank you for everything.
Have fun in there.
Also, if you see a Mithra in a blue robe, you might want to
Be on high alert.
You might want to send a signal to Ramu or somebody.
We'll keep our eyes open.
I wouldn't try to engage him, though. The Guardian
Oh,
of Leviathan's temple was cast aside with ease.
if he's Sakurasu, hell no, we're not gonna do that.
Yep, and he did kill Leviathan's Eidolon, too.
Alright, head on in.
Heading on in!
All right. So, you make your way through the archway, and you follow it for a ways, and it begins to open out. And you step into a much, much larger clearing, at the head of which, or rather, it's a wide clearing. You see more of the same sort of dandelion growths that the Mughals make their homes in from side to side, but they don't appear to actually be occupied. They're just big, white, fluffy growths. There is a large, sloping, almost like Pride Rock from Lion King sort of rock formation rising up, with more growths of purple crystals rising up around it, faintly humming with static electricity. And as you ascend this slope, eventually you can see a raised platform up ahead, surrounded by water and greenery. And there, floating above it, shimmering with light, is another crystal.
Crystal of light. You got new maps on.
This map was a lot of fun to make, let me just say that.
It's got a health bar. This worries me.
Yeah, I was about to say this worries me.
1,000 health.
Right, and give me a
Hang
second,
on, is
I'm
that
gonna
one
go... Right, and give me just a second, gonna update the tokens again, because apparently I fucked that up.
God, I hope our smothering that parasite works.
Alright.
If not, we're taking a piece of crystal and running.
Alright,
Well,
so...
we'll have the actual god on our side this time, so maybe he can
Alright.
just smite him.
Alright, go ahead and position yourselves however you wish.
He's taking point, as she's wont to do.
Oh dear.
All right.
You know, I'm having a feeling I shouldn't really be here. I mean,
As you
You'll be
said last time.
You'll be fine.
All right.
Lord Ramu.
As you're approaching, the
We have
crystal up ahead shimmers, and you hear a voice echoing all around you. Wait. Hold there.
We are waiting.
A glow lights up around Alistair. That is most problematic. Let us deal with it. And Alistair, once again, you feel yourself ballooning up on the inside. And then you feel a sort of a... The best comparison you can make is like scissors in your hand, except somewhere metaphysically internal.
Told you.
You feel that.
To preach.
You feel that. And then you feel in your chest somewhere a deep throbbing pain that suddenly emerges.
Alsa?
I think I'm fine.
The voice of Ramu comes again. I wouldn't be so sure. Prepare yourselves.
Wait, what?
What?
Another thrum of pain deep in your chest. And then
Parasite's coming out. Boss fight.
wisps of shadowy energy start to fly out of Alistair's body, coalescing in one point directly in front of Neothil, as she's currently head of the group, coalescing and gathering into a humanoid, shadowy shape. You recognize it as a shade, the same sort of thing that Elizabeth yunked at you back during your fight with her. And it takes on a very familiar silhouette. And a familiar,
Soraan.
distorted voice says, "Ah, crap. This isn't how I imagined this going."
Soraan! Seems your little parasite's been excised.
Yeah. Could have given me some warning. I was in the middle of a creative project. Whatever. He sort of leans back and
We're
crosses
so
his
sorry
arms.
to inconvenience you.
Then again, you didn't exactly give us much warning before sinking Marasi, did you?
You know what? That is absolutely a fair point. So I guess I gotta give you that one. Still.
So
He
you're
turns
just
around
going to-
and looks up at the crystal. You know, this isn't exactly how I imagined this meeting going, but, you know what, screw it. Long as I'm here. He then turns
Jaws
around.
are crossbow. You think you get your shade destroy yet another? You got another thing coming.
No, I'm not going after the crystal. I'm not that stupid. He turns to glare at you. Honestly, I was just gonna let you do your thing. Like I said, kind of in the middle of a creative project. But long as I'm here, he reaches down to his side and there's a rush of energy and you see a familiar silhouette of a sword in his hand. All right, come on, let's get this over with.
What happened to just letting us do our thing?
Well, that was before you dragged me here. Well, come on, I'm sure you're all itching for some catharsis. Show me what you got. Show me I made a good investment.
So wait,
Battle
hold on
starts.
a second. Hold on a second. So the sword that he just manifested.
Vermilion's Edge.
It's a silhouette of Vermilion Edge, yeah.
Round two with Soraan, motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
Round three, actually.
Shoots Dia.
All right, Alistair starting with Dia. All right.
Because he was piggybacking off and he's pissed.
All right. Let me just double check the Shade of Soraan's stuff here.
Well, it's a shade, so I imagine light. It doesn't like light.
Yeah, he takes a double damage from Holy, so that is 60 points of damage to
So,
Soraan.
does he count as a fiend?
Let me double check. I don't have it written down on this specific thing. I can go
I
check.
think so, but if thinking of a move that's on my other character.
Give me a minute. I'm checking some stuff here. Here we are. Give me a second. Come on, open up. Let me check this guy's stuff. He counts as humanoid arcana, actually. In this
That's just
particular
Soraan in
fight.
general, or just this thing?
Just this thing, just this shade. But
much?
upon that note, it's actually only 50 damage he takes because he has 10 magic armor. And... damn it. And... And he is going to counterattack with Drain.
He has a magic counter.
He does indeed.
And it's drain. So wait,
Yep.
he has a magic counter
Wait,
against
hang
you?
on. Hang on, what is it? Did it happen or not?
Yeah, you're getting drain cast on you.
Alright, so. Let's see here. So that will be... And then increase that by 50% because you are humanoid.
Shit.
So Alisar takes 84 points of damage. And all of that goes directly back to Soraan.
Okay, so that counterattack, is that for just magic or is that just everything?
That's just for magic.
Okay.
That's how you want to play.
Right. I hope you guys don't mind me taking a bit of a tiny liberty here. Mika's gonna go next.
Yeah, I thought she would.
Yeah, and from the back you just hear this ear-piercing shriek, and you look back and you can see
Cover her.
you can see she's already got her sword out and it's glowing, and she's using her tier 2 limit break right out the gate.
Oh boy.
Be angry.
She is very
he
angry.
He is getting out of the way. He's gonna move back to over here towards her. There you go.
Where did the cover and also have what was it? The instant action.
All right, so it is going to be 2 attacks from Mika to hit. Let's see, her accuracy is +5. Actually, I'm kind of excited for this fight.
Finally hearing the Aston Bell thing. Actually, she's moving there, just out the way. So I wanna.
So that just hits. Her first attack will just hit.
Okay, so yeah, Knee's definitely gonna need to lower the avoidance.
And her second attack hits, so both hit. So her weapon is tier 3. So let's see here. So she gets to roll 2d6 plus 84 twice for both hits. So 88 and 91 damage, both of which will be reduced by his magic armor, which is 10.
78, 81.
So 78, 81. All right, let me double check and make sure there are any other effects. And he also loses all of his resistancies and absorbencies for, let's see here, for how long? For the next 4 rounds. So for 4 rounds, he has no elemental immunities. Damn it.
Hey, Thanatos, darkness away!
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna shoot him now.
Right.
Like I said, I'd be covering Mika now, and if I could do that, and also.
And that is a disabling shot, by the way.
All right.
Let's lower
Astra.
the avoidance.
Yep, his avoidance is going down. About 2. Well, I can do two things. I can either lower his avoidance by 2, or I can automatically make this a critical hit.
Lower avoidance. Because we don't really want to be shooting magic at him.
Alright. Avoidance down it is. So his avoidance is now 9. So roll damage.
His avoidance is now 10, actually. But,
10.
Yeah.
10. So 18 times 4. 72. So let's roll 2d6 plus 72. 79.
54 total once his armor is accounted for. All right. So, after the Dia spell goes off and Mika quickly lets out that shriek and sends out the crimson crescents that explode against him, he slides back a bit and you take the shot that shoot him in the leg. Ugh. Who next?
Me.
All right, what you doing?
Well,
I
since
see darkness.
since Mika kindly got rid of the pesky darkness immunity, I am going to take full advantage of it. First things first. Activate the dark side.
Alright.
87. And expend a point of destiny to summon the Caius yet again.
Alrighty.
And now.
I'll
Bo.
be right back. And this is sure she's got cover and Astra now, hasn't she?
Well, you're covering Mika, Astra, someone else again. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, Astra. Me.
There's no point covering an Astra and the same person because that person won't get hit unless you go down.
Yeah, but what if she throws a magic attack, then gets countered, and then basically...
But-
Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
covering
the
I
ma-
take damage and get double. But then it'd be
Yeah, the
knocked out
counter will hit you, but
because of that.
counter will hit you, but
Who's
Astra
that?
won't come into effect because it's on her, not you.
I thought it works through cover like it usually does, but alright.
Right.
Because I can't cast
well.
Astra on myself, remember?
No. So Astra, knee, and cover Mika.
Like
Okay.
the counter attack will be hitting you, not Mika. Astra would only work if it hits Mika.
Yeah, I thought Mika would be throwing spells at him.
Well,
Alright.
no. We just said that we're probably going to try to avoid using magic. Unless we have to. And you can throw D
Either
at
way.
him, but either way. Now, I am going to continue with my turn, and both Thanatos and Caius are using... Both have... Well, Caius also has Dark Side active with how I used it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is 2 melee attacks going for... that have Dark Side into it. 2
Alright.
plus 6.
All right.
And both hit.
Yep, both hit.
So Thanatos first. So wow, I haven't made a melee attack in a while. So still okay. Ooh, I do have a tier 4 now. So it's power times 4.
And dark side increases your damage steps by how many?
Oh, 3.
3.
So it's power times 7.
For both of you, Niche.
Yeah. As a random aside, I just suddenly have a theory about what those 2 crystals, when we get 2 crystals of each, what that will mean. Will that be how summons work?
Maybe.
Okay, so
Yee.
power times 4. What? 3 from 112. So that's 120 from. So yeah, that's 120 from Thanatos. And 120 from Caius. Equal on both of them.
So 2 sets of 95 points of damage. Yikes. So you summon Caius, you both pull out your weapons and charge, sort of like a cross-slash thing from Chrono Trigger. You slam against the Soraan shade. He lifts up his sword to catch both of you. There's this big burst of darkness that radiates past the shade, and your blades do sort of dig into him for a second before he's able to shove you both back.
So wait, his armor is like over 30?
His armor is 25.
His armor's over 9,000.
No. That would be unfair.
That would be very unfair.
All right, I believe the only one left on this round is Rocket, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Kill the kitty. He's a bad kitty.
Yeet the kitty.
Just picks Soraan up by the scruff of his neck and just throws it off the mountain.
All right,
Yeah.
that will hit. I forgot to roll this with Athanatos and Caius.
What do you mean?
All right.
It doesn't counterattack. It was melee, not magic.
He has both.
Are you?
In that case, use magic. Go for it.
Yeah. It's not drain. He doesn't counter with drain, but he does have an attack counter. So give me just a second.
I hate you.
I didn't want this fight to be easy. I wanted it to be doable, but not easy.
I hate.
All right, so Rocket, seeing Anatus and Caius getting pushed back, you see a window, you quickly dart in, sort of jump through here, and you come in and you kick Soraan's shade right in the chest. He slides back a bit, but then he follows up with a slash from his sword. So, what is your avoidance?
Less than that, I'm pretty sure.
It's 9.
Yeah, so he hits you.
He's going to be very hard pressed to miss anyone barring a crit fail.
Right. So, and what is your armor?
25 each.
So that is 105 points of damage to Rocket.
Ow! Ah!
As after you kick him, he sort of brings the sword up, sort of slashes up through like your chest. It's not a particularly deep cut, but it's enough to send you back a few steps.
All right, I'm shooting at range. I'm not using my dagger.
All right. Now, it is his turn.
Good thing we replenished our Phoenix Stones. Hell yeah.
And he... let's see here.
Alistair has raise as well, doesn't he?
I think so. But anyways, Soraan is gonna shuffle is going to sort of move his way over here, point his hand at Caius and say, "Come on, no place for doppelgangers." And he's going to use Pierce against Caius.
Are you kidding me?
Does that hit?
Well,
What is Caius's armor?
I'm feeling this ain't gonna matter. It's gonna be big numbers.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to matter considering how low his health is.
He needs a health boost.
Well, again, his health is equal to a fourth of mine. That's how it works. He's not meant to stick around for long or be able to take that much of a hit.
What is his armor again?
20, I told you.
I didn't hear you. That's
Yep.
90 points of
He's
damage.
down.
Bye, guys.
So, remember the spell that you saw Murasan use during the Velcro vision where he pierced its throat?
Yeah.
Same one here. Just a needle-thin, piercing bolt of magic. Hits Caius in the chest, pierces out through his back. And he fades and returns to the cloak.
Bastard.
Well,
happened.
All right, and back to the party.
I am casting that 25 spell again. What was it?
Resonance.
Residence. Yep,
All right.
done. And staying by Mika, basically.
All
Now
right.
I'm down to 102 MP.
All right. So that's Alistair's turn. Who next?
I'll be back again.
Alright, oh, I have Astro now, so I might as well just fucking go for it. Because it's counterattack one hit. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot him and then stab him. Remind me, what does Bloodletter do to humanoids?
Yeah. It does, I believe, it just doubles your damage to humanoids with that particular weapon's attack.
That's what they'll be using. That's what I think. Alright. So, shooting first. Alright.
All right, that'll hit.
$80 damage. Second, a hit. $54. And that'll be doubled. Because it's Bloodletter I'm using. Rebel and Storm.
All right. And then we need to see if he'll counterattack you. He does not.
Alright, I can go next round, because so long as I have Astra, I'm getting ballsy with this.
So yeah, you come up, so you fire off a shot, you sort of get him in the shoulder, and then as he's sort of reeling from that, you come in and you plunge Bloodletter into his gut. He then lifts up his sword for a counterattack, but you quickly sort of bring up Boltstorm and actually catch his slash on that, and sort of shove back from him to avoid that. Alright, so that's knee. Alistair's already gone. Hades?
Okay. He still lost his immunity, right?
Yeah, that lasts for a solid 4 rounds. 3 now. Now I think about it. Ah, damn it. But
Well then.
Give us a timer over his head or something.
it's visible to me.
Okay. Seeing as
Can you see
seeing
the
as
timer
how
now?
he
Yep.
seeing as he destroyed Caius rather easily, and Thanatos is going to be very pissed, and he's going to activate his level 2 limit break.
Ooh, Shadow Flare. Been a while since we've seen that.
Because I haven't been able to use it because everything is on Shadow.
How many Destiny points do you have?
17.
Go for it.
Okay. So, I haven't used it in a while, so it's. Shit. Hold on, I think. Crap. I had it somewhere. Hold on, I think the one on my sheet is outdated.
I'll
Let me,
I'll send you the thing.
Here it is.
I ignored some of it for some reason.
Increases normal damage steps by 2. That's Berserker's Blade. No.
I send it to you over Discord.
Okay. So. Yeah,
I'm going to try and avoid using my limit break this one, because if I use that, that will put me directly on 7, so I can't use that and Sharp Shot without going to danger levels.
Okay, so.
You're in the danger zone?
I don't want to be.
Okay, so power times 9. So let's see here. That's 15 times 9, 144. And then increase the damage equal by half of the difference between my max and current HP. Current HP is 230, 263. 50 minus. And 8. Yeah, half of that. So plus 43. 187. Okay. And skadoosh. 194, and that ignores all of his armor
Alrighty.
and magic armor.
And that also includes your revenge damage, right?
Yeah, that includes my revenge damage. Yes.
All right. So, Thanatos, you pitch back, and this ball of shadowy energy begins to swirl and gather in your hand, crackling dangerously. Your fingers tremble, trying to hold it in. You pitch back, almost like you're about to throw a baseball, and you throw it. The air around you actually, like, sort of distorts, the visual around you warping as if under a great gravitational field. The ball of darkness flies over and hits the shade. This big, bassy sound that rattles your rib cages can be heard from miles around, and the resulting dome explosion of shadow ricochets out past him, and when it fades, the shade is still there, looking a little flickery. That hurt.
All right. And now also his finesse, avoidance, and accuracy are all halved for 4 rounds.
Ha ha ha! Second time I've had it up.
Now I must roll a d6.
His finesse, accuracy, and avoidance, you said?
Quite. Two. And since it is a 2, he now has a weakness to ice.
Mika! Ha ha! You want your revenge. I'm taking some small level of satisfaction from this so far.
Yeah. Right. So speaking of Mika, she's going to step forward. And do I want her to use Blizzara or Comet?
Considering it now as a weakness, Blizzara?
Or here's a better idea. X magic.
To cast 2 spells.
That is a fantastic idea.
Blizzara, then Comet. Double helping of fuck
Now, how
you.
much destiny does she have?
She has like 13 left, I think. Let me double check and see how much X Magic costs.
X magic is a limited ability, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll only be 2, right?
Yeah. It costs 3.
Oh, fuck.
So it's
Well, she
I'll put it
still
at
has.
10. I'd say she could use this one safely enough, but so long as she doesn't use any more.
Yeah, so
She
she
will
is
have
going to
her
go
revenge.
ahead and expend 3 destiny to do X Magic and
Yeah.
use Blizzara and then Comet. So let me just roll the colossal damage this is going to do. It's also gonna,
Debuffs.
it's also going to cost her like 80 MP to do this.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's like fucking half of her MP.
Again, it will be worth it.
All right, so for Blizzara, it'll be mind times 5, and her mind is fucking 15. So let's figure out what that base number is. So 82,
And that's double because now he has the weakness to ice.
164, so 154 from that. Yeah, she's pissed.
And then Comet.
And then Comet. So she needs to roll 2d6 for how many comments she's using.
Flashbacks to Teller just... go
Only,
there.
only 3. Oh well.
Well,
Still, each one does power times 3. So
still gonna be chunky.
Chunky.
let's see here. Does it include 2d6 or is it just that? Let's see your comment. It is including the 2d6, so... Wait, no, hold on. That's wrong. That's wrong.
No, I stick with that. That's
No,
good.
that's wrong. That is not how that's
What
supposed to be.
happened? What I missed so far?
Mika is pissed and is using both Pulsara and Comet.
It is gonna hurt.
I also need to roll his counters.
Well, yeah, but first things first. 1, 4. Okay, so
So he doesn't counter. Alright, so
45 plus 42 plus 42 equals 129 damage.
Oh,
minus
I
30.
really do wish I had Astra to block at least one of those attacks.
She's doing it to him.
Yeah.
Which cover?
No,
Yeah.
Mika is attacking Soraan.
Yeah.
So...
Covered,
anyway,
protect.
Never
Okay,
mind.
he's drunk or something.
Yeah, okay, so...
Oh.
Right, so... After Thanatos' ball of darkness, Mika steps forward, blade in hand. It's still crackling with red energy. I'm going to kill you, you bastard! She thrusts her blade up into the air, and this beam of light sort of shoots out the tip of it, hits a point in the air, and like this rift just tears open, and a bunch of, and 3 different rocks covered in ice fall down and slam on top of Soraan, creating this big ol' sort of knocking a lot of shit loose from the platform here. And when it fades, he's still there, though he's looking pretty hurt at this point.
I shoot thee at the bastard.
Ow.
Oh,
Hey.
your pain has only just begun, asshole.
And 34 times 2 for his weakness to light. And that's
You freeze, now you burn, fuckface.
68.
Give me just a
I mean,
sec.
he's been shot, frozen, burned, darkness, concussion from getting hit in the face of 3 comets. It's only half what he deserves.
How ironic. He's at about half HP. That's wrong.
Oh,
All of
good.
that?
Do it again.
Hmm.
Dude,
And that was... Did that also include my attack on him?
No, hang on. Hang on. I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to get the stupid colors to work right on this damn bit of water.
Ah.
You know what? Fuck it. Not worth it. I'm just getting rid of the crystals over here. Okay.
Okay, that works.
All right.
That makes her relevant. Fight now.
All right. Now then. I'm just trying to do the battle damage to the arena. But anyway, so. Soraan's sort of a... All right, so what was the damage Alistair did?
Dear.
All right.
68.
Let me check and see if he
And it
uses...
was...
If he counters. He does.
Yep.
Soraan is countering you again.
Well, I got that ability up, I guess.
That won't really work here, I don't think. Unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't stop drain.
Well, it doesn't stop, it gains me health whenever I take damage.
Oh yeah, resonance is. Wait, does resonance
Yeah.
last the whole session or?
It lasts for 4 rounds. And he cast
yeah,
it
so
earlier.
it's still up.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here, so. Hang on a minute. So we need to increase that by 50%. So that is 84 points of shadow damage. Wait, hold on. Magic armor. What's your magic
Yeah.
armor?
My I don't know if I think we did that before, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Which is 46.
Jesus Christ. So 38 points of shadow damage to to Alistair. All of which goes directly back into Soraan.
And then resonance happens.
I feel like it'll just become an endless loop if counters...
Resonance only works on physical attacks, not magic.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright, so sadly that does not help you. I believe Rocket's the only one who has yet to go this round.
Okay.
Gonna kick him?
Yeah.
Kick it.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
I mean, his avoidance is like, what, 5 now?
Yeah. It's pretty pitiful. He does not counter. And takes 14 damage from that kick. Bonk! And now it's back to him. He staggers a bit from all the blows he's taken. Ugh! You guys really are pissed. Good. You're gonna need it. And then
I don't know what the sound of that.
and he's gonna sort of invert his hold on the sword, hold it up a little bit, and he's going to use
Oh,
X
I
magic
remember this.
and he's gonna use X magic as well.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of forgot he was a red mage.
I thought he was gonna stab himself and do the whole bleh thing.
Nope.
The big...
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a suicide attack, so that just...
Oh, I wish he can Saku himself. He's definitely brought a lot of shame and disgrace to this world when it comes to
Besides,
magic.
it wouldn't kill me.
I love the little laugh you did there at the end of it. It would kill me.
Hmm.
I mean, you can all
Alright.
just hide behind me.
Alright, so first he is going to use Thundaga.
Fandaga.
That's not good.
Wow.
No.
Can I? Who's he gonna use it on? Though I think I know the answer.
Everyone.
Who?
Everyone.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
but
an
Knee's
all.
gonna be alright because
Oh, Thundaga. That's the expert one. That
as for
those are all group spells.
Mika...
Yeah.
Alistair
Yeah.
gets hit twice.
Yep. So Mika
Knee is
and
fine.
he's gonna be alright.
Thanatos gets hit once, and Rocket's going to go owie from this. We might need a healing round on this.
Yeah, Rocket may go down.
Alright, so Rocket is at 1 hit point.
Shit.
Wait, hold on, we need to do magic armor stuff first. So one at a time. Knee, your magic armor, please.
15.
Alright, so if that's the case, then you take 99. Go ahead and apply that to yourself. Rocket, your magic armor is 20, you said, or 25?
25.
Okay. That's 89 points of damage to Rocket. Let's see here. Alistair, your magic armor is 46, right?
46.
So you take 68, but you also take the damage meant for Mika because you have her covered.
Mm-hmm. Let's take another look then.
And Mika's magic armor is most assuredly not that high. Mika's magic armor is 25. So she also takes 89 points of damage. So you take 89 points of damage from that.
Mm-hmm.
And Hades.
10.
So then you take 104 damage.
Ouch.
You have 159.
All right, so that was the first spell.
Oh. I fear.
Let's see here.
Hang on, wait, what?
He's using X magic, so he can cast 2 spells at once.
Oh, right, but the first one shouldn't hit me because of Astra. Then
Oh
that
yeah,
goes,
I asked her.
and
that
then the
hit me.
second one hits her.
Oh, yeah, okay, so yeah, never mind. He doesn't take damage from the thunderstorm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
And Astra
that
is
was
no more.
304. Hang on. Oh. Yep, no longer have Astra.
So you're gonna be the most healthy one standing, me.
Depending on what happens next year.
I mean, her and Mika.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the second spell?
Yeah, I'm looking.
I mean, it has to be from two
While
different
he's looking, Alistair, how many destiny points do you have?
11, which I am willing to basically heal everyone. I don't mind.
See what he does next first. What we do.
I also have the other abilities.
The next one will be Diaga.
I need that. Diaga.
Yeah.
Iago, is that going to be everyone as well?
Yep.
Wait,
Fuck.
what's Diaga?
Diaga is the superior level version of Dia that attacks everyone.
It's going to hurt you, Thanatos. I think you're going to go down.
I don't take extra from Holy. That's not how I work.
Oh, still you were darkness. But,
I
So-
could,
so,
but then I'd be down on my ass.
So
if I do that.
121. Let's go one at a time. Tom?
Alice is going down from this because he's getting hit twice. So,
I mean, at this point,
minus
hang on.
15.
I have got Sentinel, but then again, I'd be down on my ass and you lot be fine.
And this isn't a limit
Um,
break he's using.
So
This is
yeah,
a limit break.
that won't work.
All right, so
So
let's
you're
go.
going
Let's go one at a
down.
time. Tom?
minus 15. So,
So 106 damage to knee.
alright, so 204, 200.
Someone needs to get
198.
me up.
25 from Rocket, right? From magic armor.
Yeah.
So 96 damage to Rocket.
You don't even need to bother what Alice's calculations are. He's down.
Right, so Alistair is unconscious.
Yeah, because all
Resonance.
I got is 46, but then it's Mika's armor because I'm covering.
Yeah, you get hit
So
twice. So
You're going down.
Yep.
And
then there's
Hades.
me. So 111.
Imagine
points
flying
damage
back.
to me.
All right, so
Alright, so here's the plan. We're getting
So-
Alistair up. He's using his limit break.
well, let me do the stylizations first. We did the stats. Time for the actual visual. What it's kind of weird when he lifts the staff up at the tip of the blade. This big pearl of light forms, while at the pommel above his thumb, a big ball of darkness forms. He then sort of spins the blade a couple of times, and the two pearls of energy start swirling together into like this donut shape. And then gather onto his blade with this contradictory, shimmery, and shrouded mass before he snaps it down into the ground. The entire platform you're standing on sort of darkens a bit. He looks up at you, orange eyes narrowing. Have fun. And the entire platform you're on is suddenly just like out of the ground beneath you. This wave of intense electricity and light and energy comes rushing up. You're all sort of knocked up into the air by the blast before coming back down to the ground, sort of scattered all over the place, with Alistair not getting up, and Mika more or less unharmed, though still thrown around by the wind.
Alright, Mika, use Blizzarga. After you've done that, I'll revive Alistair. Alistair limit breaks, heals us all. Back to full.
What about me?
I mean, do you have a Phoenix down?
I have 2 Phoenix downs, that's why I should probably use it.
I don't know. It's been a long time. Yes, I have a Phoenix down.
I have 2 Phoenix downs, so I can use
Oh.
one and still have one.
Well, yes, but I mean,
And then once we're healed, Rocket can go into attack, and if that's what you want to do.
Well, noises, so.
The only reason I'm saying I should be the one to do the Phoenix downs because I have 2 of them, so we all still have at least one. Then.
Mika doesn't actually have one at the moment.
We'll get on that later. Have Mika do the Blizzaga first, because if we're going to do a mass heal, the terrain doesn't matter too much.
I mean, she doesn't have Blizzaga, she has Blizzara.
Zara. You know what I meant? Do it!
Yeah, fair enough.
I know I'm unconscious, but may I point out I have 2 Phoenix down, so I can just give her 1.
Well, then you can just use one from your inventory.
Exactly.
Alright, I can do that either way. I'll just get you up.
So shit up the Zara.
So 140 points of damage to Soraan.
Still doubled, isn't it? Because 4 rounds is...
Yeah, because
yeah.
my thing is still active.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
why
double.
that's why I said 140 and not 70.
Yep.
All right, and I also need to see if he counters. He does.
Because
Yep.
she'll get healed. Yeah, so I had Mika do it first, because she's going to get healed either way. So...
Give me a moment. All right. So that's
60.
let me. Well, also it's increased by 50, or half because of Mika's thing. So
So,
90,
and then minus
25.
for
So
magic.
65 points of damage to Mika. That'll go straight back to Soraan.
So, all in all, he took how much damage from that?
A chunk.
A good chunk.
Alright, I'm going in using one of Alice's Phoenix Downs.
All right. So you rush over to Alistair, quickly thrust your hand into one of his pockets, pull out the little makeshift feather, hold it over his chest. Flicker of red light. Alistair is to 1 hit point.
Alice, heal!
You call that a hit? Your magic tricks are pathetic, little shade. Let me show you what real magic can do.
I mean,
Healing light of the righteous.
you were about dead, so.
Well, then
But
he
yet
says that,
I still
and then
live.
he says that, and then Alistair does the limit break. But
It'll kill you, only if I die.
Yes, that's what killing you means. All right, so heal. Let's see your healing. Let's see your righteous light.
Healing
I
light.
do believe that
everybody goes back to full.
Heals everyone to full.
full HP. All right.
And 3, that put you on to, if I'm not mistaken, 8 destiny points, so you're 1 above the threshold. Don't even know.
So, what else you got?
So, like, what's his reaction to see Alistair just get everybody back to full?
Raises an eyebrow, and you get the impression he's smirking.
Oh, that's useful.
Huh. If you're thinking of turning me into something like Elizabeth, think again.
I literally can't. My link to you is broken, dude.
Good.
And
Thanatos, Rocket, Avathi.
engage the dark side. And with
Over
that,
Mika.
Also, is Alistair re-engaging his cover?
Yep, with Mika.
All right.
and Rocket's going in for a kick.
All right. Yep. 15 will hit. All right. All right, so Rocket comes charging in with a, an eagle-like shriek, comes in, goes to kick Soraan, and while you do hit him, he sort of lifts up one of his arms and catches the attack on his wrist, compresses a bit from the blow, and then pushes his arm out into a slice with counterattack. So I need to roll his accuracy on that. Your avoidance is 9, right?
Yeah.
He just hits you.
Barely.
Let's see, your armor is 25, yes?
Yeah.
99 damage to Rocket as he gives you another big old slice across the front. You land back here.
And right after he does that, he earns a big shadowy Friara attack from Thanatos.
Which why is
Ooh.
Thanatos saying back to full?
Because I use Dark Side to increase this attack.
All right. So, after he shoves Rocket back, good timing, because the second you land, another big explosion of shadowy energy hits the shade from the side.
And he can't use Drain on Thanatos because it's darkness, isn't it?
Well, I mean, let's see if he does do counterattack. If he does, it heals me.
Yeah, he's gonna refrain. He looks and he's like, yeah, no, not falling for that one.
He can choose whether it happens or not. It's bullshit.
And really, it would just heal both of you.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. So yeah, I can use it without having to worry about the counterattack. So yay me!
I mean, you don't have to
Also,
worry
how
about
do you-
Drain anyway because of Vendetta.
Give that back.
Yeah, isn't that that thing you got a long ass time ago, back at like level 2, where you absorb all shadow damage?
No, that's bad blood.
Well, you still had that for a very long time, so Drain isn't really a concern for you anyway.
That's exactly the point.
Anyway, it's his turn again.
Yeah, it is.
So how's he
Hold
look?
on, Mika hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, hang on.
Yes, she
What about
did.
me?
She opened.
No, she did. She hit him with Lazara.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You did your limit break, Alistair, remember?
yeah, true.
So
All
how's
right.
he looking?
He's getting there. Still got some fight left in him.
Now was he all?
He's gonna roll his shoulders a bit. Ugh. You guys hit hard. And then he is going to cast another spell. This time, let's see here. Let me just, he's gonna cast Thunderstorm.
Oh.
He loves his lightning spells.
Yeah, that.
Prick.
Yeah, that's the. I'm pretty sure that is the, like, superior thunder attack.
So that's,
Hers.
let's see, so that's power times 7. So let's see here. It's going to be 126 at base, and the entire area is going to become a lightning elemental field.
Which means any
Which
lightning attacks. Which
Lightning attacks will deal 50% more damage, if I'm remembering correctly.
But
according to,
Rocket's weak to lightning, isn't she? Or electricity.
Yeah,
Huh?
Lumina takes
gonna
extra
ask.
damage from lightning. Let me double check the rules on elemental fields real quick, though. From howling winds, from howling snowstorms to blistering heat, the environments the players will find themselves fighting in is nearly endless, but such conditions mean more than just running the risk of developing a case of heat stroke or the sniffles. Other chapters mention difficult terrain and the suggested ruling of recurring or one-time damage or penalties to rolls and defenses, but particularly strong weather or terrain conditions, like the inside of a volcano or in the middle of a hurricane, can warp and accumulate large concentrations of elemental energy. Medical attacks made in an elemental field have their damage increased by 2 steps if they share the same element. So two
Okay.
steps increase. Anyways, so
lightning attacks will do extra.
all right, so
Yeah.
Rocket, let's go to you first.
That'll only do the base, like, increase, won't it? Because I don't think the field doesn't apply
Yeah, the
to
field-
the damage that dealt by the field initially.
Yeah,
The
field
elemental,
doesn't
the
affect
field
until
doesn't do
after-
any damage. It just increases the power of lightning spells.
after the spell goes off.
Right,
It
so-
doesn't add to the thunderstorm.
All right, so because of Rocket's weakness to lightning, that is 227 points of damage to her.
And is she down?
No, she's still up. She has 8 hit points, but she's up.
Oh!
Shit!
You're going to need some curing. A bit of cure, I think.
All right, knee. Knee.
Let's see, minus 50.
Minus this, Minus 15, so 111. Yeah, my window is lagging. Alistair's gonna take this twice again because he's covering Mika again, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He'll survive.
It's 46 for your magic armor, Alistair.
Yep.
So
Tanking
first,
this.
so you take
80 for
80
him.
for yourself. And then for Mika, it's 101. And
But I get
Hades,
instead.
I will be taking 116.
all right. So,
Ouch.
Soraan points his blade up at the sky, and the skies overhead, which are already churning with electricity, suddenly start to funnel down towards him, and a bunch more lightning bolts come flying down and batter the entire arena with electrical energy, zapping all of you a lot. And Rocket, you just about pass out from the pain of it before you shake yourself and focus. And when it's done, the ground is still crackling with static and little blue lights, and everything is darkened slightly. And Shade swings its sword down. All right. Come on.
Tone question.
Yes.
Question.
What?
Now, the field, does it just affect spells or also weapons that use elemental?
It said magical attacks. So spells.
Damn. I was hoping Nee could make a lightning arrow and it would affect it, but no.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, Alistair or Mika want to heal the burb before she keels over.
Yeah, Alistair, what's your best cure spell?
And Mika's just going to use Curaga.
All right.
Yeah, because I got his cure.
Fair enough. Kiraga.
And
So
that's pretty much all of her magic.
And she's using it on everyone.
Ooh.
Although I've got. No,
So
Blanc
everyone
can't do nothing.
regains 82 hit points.
82. How many turns does he have left on his ice elemental weakness?
2 if I've been keeping on top of it, right?
Yeah, 2. You want to make a lightning? You want to make an ice arrow?
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's got to take a whole turn for you to do.
Yeah. So it'll do double damage for 1 turn. And then it's normal.
All right. So it's Mika. Tom is taking a slow action to do an elemental arrow.
I'm considering it, though it might be more damage efficient to hit him with just dual wield, hit him with an arrow, then Bloodlesser, which will double damage anyway. And do that 2 turns.
Fair enough. Up to you.
So, Rocket probably could use some more healing, Alice, if you're going to use Cure.
Don't you have Kira?
Yeah.
I was to say use Kira.
I'm also.
Ethan, it can do damage this round if you heal up Rocket before. I'm going to go in and hit.
I mean, I don't know. His counterattacks hit a lot. I don't know if I really want to risk Rocket going in for an attack this round.
Well, just heal first, see like how much hit points she gets back. She can decide. Lumen, how many Destiny points do you have for reference?
I thought you said Disney points from it.
No, it stays away from our Final Fantasy campaign. It's like,
Yep.
I'm Mickey. I have a Keyblade. All right. 16 is definitely going to hit.
How many Destiny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
All right.
So you can
Alright,
put
so
a
79
one unlock.
first one, and that's ranged in do counter. This one, so then for Bloodletter, 12.
Does counterattacks work on limit breaks?
No. Not by my ruling, at
All right.
least.
Bloodletter, 55, doubled.
So 110 minus 25. So 85 with your second attack, and he gets to counterattack against you. with his sword.
Doesn't need to roll for that.
Squad.
Yep,
Sword, dude.
he has to roll his
Dude,
accuracy.
Sword.
Does 11 hit?
Fuck, he just
He
got
doesn't
it.
have a sword,
Yeah.
he has a sword.
Sword.
What?
All right, your armor is what, Tom?
15.
Ouch.
115 points of damage to Neothil.
See, you just hit me, bastard.
All right, so you come charging in, firing off another shot from your crossbow. That one sort of gets him in the hip, and then you come in and, like before, you stab him in the chest. But this time you don't have a good angle to parry his counter slice, which gets you across the belly, forcing you to stagger back.
Alright, Alistair wants to heal the bird.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find out what life does.
Life
Life
brings
is
an
pretty much
an
Phoenix
unconscious
down.
character back. It's like a Phoenix down. Brings you back to 1
Ah.
HP if you're
Oh.
down.
Why is it called life and not raise?
I don't
Hmm.
know. Raise is like a more powerful version.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah,
In
probably.
the game, I just called it. In the game, I just called it. In the game adaptation, I just call it raise because that's the game every single 2D Final Fantasy calls it. So
So, wait.
True, true.
Alistair, you have Kira, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think though.
Think what?
Even if I do heal, there's still a risk he could hit again with lightning.
well, that's why we want her to be healed so that doesn't kill her immediately.
It won't be a lot, that's for sure.
I mean, you can swap your cover. For,
Unless I do
for
go over
rocket
there and
if
do
you
that.
want.
Have to risk that.
Are you,
Is it-
are you
he's
shifting your
he's gonna
cover
keep
from
spamming
making a
the
rocket?
Yep.
All
Right,
right.
he's going to be
Alright.
spamming lightning attacks. Probably a good idea. But again, you can still heal said rockets.
Yeah, so it's mind, right?
If it's Kira, it's mine times 5.
Times 5.
If you're using Cura, the second one.
Ah. Nah, it's just the standard one. That's why I say it's not a lot.
Then it's mine times 2.
So that,
It's mine times 2. I could have sworn you had Kira.
no.
Yeah, maybe next time you get a spell, maybe invest in Kiraga.
Sure.
That's 7 off my HP.
I already took care of
To
it.
be fair, he's a paladin, not a white mage.
All right, that's 36 HP back to Rocket. All right.
And Rocket, do you want to hit him with the big limit break?
I could, I guess.
It would put you down to 8, though. I mean,
That's still enough to survive in case something happens.
I mean, another
Yeah,
thing
I
I
mean-
was
I just
thinking
have to
for
roll
Rocket,
accuracy
besides
3
the
times,
heal,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead
roll
and roll
yeah.
your accuracy 3 times, and we'll deal with the damage after the fact.
I mean, especially with Rocket go on hiatus.
I wish I
after this
gave
alarm,
her
think.
the other ability, but I don't think that would work. I mean, she would have had a +4 to her, avoidance because she's 50% underneath her health.
Okay, Shushin. So all 3 of those hit.
That one's a crit. Does that count?
That doesn't really work here, I don't think.
Okay.
All right,
So,
so
damn, that
each
would've
hit
been-
deals her weapon damage with 4 additional damage steps. So your weapon is still a tier 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And your power is still 10?
Yes.
All right. Then go ahead and roll for me 6d6 plus 210.
I wish I could have cast Bruised on her, then she would have avoided it, hopefully.
Did what?
Counter.
It's a
Crazy.
limit break. You can't counter it.
All right.
230 damage.
Alrighty.
Burn, kitty, burn.
So, yeah, Rocket, you flare out your wings. Big ol' flaming wings burst out. You take a step back, ruffle yourself a bit, and give off the 3 big flaps. Each one hits against Soraan's shade. He's clearly not happy when they fade, and the shade is very much flickering a lot more now, and bits of it are sort of peeling away like fraying threads.
Less than.
Thanatos, you're up.
So less than a quarter then?
Very
Finish
much
him.
less than a quarter.
All right then. I am going to spend 40 of my MP and minus 87 to do a dark side Firaga.
All right.
Use the darkness to kill the darkness. And darkness was there to watch it too.
Ooh, Tone.
Yes.
So dark side
The
got me
darkness.
under half health. Does that also include last resort?
You know what? Yeah. You'll get last resort on top of this.
Shame I can't do
Yeah.
that famous combo idea I had for him.
Dark Knights, man.
And so that's 2d6 plus 160. Kaboom.
All right. Another big explosion.
How does he look?
He looks to be on his last leg. And it is Mika's turn, I do believe. Right?
And she is.
He cast Firaga at the beginning. Turn.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, it was this.
Okay.
It's turn.
It's his turn.
All right. Well then. Well then, with that being the case, Soraan is going to, ow! Then he's gonna look down at Mika. You see his eyes narrow. I think I've had just about enough of you. He's gonna point his sword at her, and he is going to cast Nuke.
Ooh.
I'm sharpshotting next turn.
Nuke. Nuke.
And because this is taking up the last of his MP, its damage steps increased by 4.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
So that is 195 points of damage to Mika. So, Soraan points his sword at her, and the ground beneath Mika's feet turns orange with heat. She looks down. Huh? Big explosion. Mika's thrown up into the air and lands back here somewhere in a smoking heap. And a second later, when you hear her suck in a big lungful of breath, advertising she's alive, when she speaks next, it's just a long, agonized scream. And she's like curled up on the ground.
Quick question, Skajarama. How many destiny points are we going to get for defeating this guy and gaining the crystal and in the session? More or less.
Beat him and figure it out.
Huh.
She's
Because
debating whether to
I'm
use
trying to go. I'm struggling between the side of me that wants to roleplay what Nee probably would do here, compared to I don't want to go below 7 destiny points.
Up to you, man.
Like,
How many destiny
two
do you have?
sides of this, that like the roleplay of what Nee should do versus what gameplay wise it should do.
How many destiny do you have?
10, so I could use 3 to go Blackstorm, but then another 2 would put me to 5.
Okay, me. Calm. Fine titties. I don't think we need to go all the way to Blackstorm in order to do
The
this.
thing is, like,
He's pretty much on his left leg. Let's just use sharp shot.
out of character, I know that Hades, but in character, Nee just watch the woman she loves get nuked.
I mean, fair enough.
It's up to you.
So that's so I'm struggling between roleplay and practicality. Yeah, that's the.
I mean,
Personally, I would always vote roleplay over practicality because
enough.
that's better for the story.
Enough.
God, I hope I get like at least 2 destiny points from this. Alistair, come
I've
on.
been 15 already. Gee whiz.
Yeah, we've been going a while.
All right, that's Cure,
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Alistair?
Not exactly. Is that a size pasty shot to you?
Well,
That's
hang on, because Tom is doing his thing first.
Oh.
Yeah, like. Don't have
All right,
it's the end of it. How can I say?
Go ahead and go for Blackstorm. Go for it.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't
fuck
kill
it.
him
Like,
anyway.
it's gonna put me on danger zone for a while, so I'm probably gonna not use limit breaks for a little while, unless I'm hoping I get 2 destiny points from this, like for all the various things. Because I'm in the danger zone, bitches.
All right.
Right to the
Like, so, yeah, seeing Mika just get nuked by the woman she loves, by one of the people she hates most in the entire fucking world. You don't touch her! And Blackstorm, sharp shot.
All right. Go ahead and roll the damage on that just so I know.
Yeah, let me calculate this first. So, 28. So wings come out, flight, shadow resistance on 28 dex now. So 28 times double level, which is 16. Cool, ha. So 2d6. Okay, hold on. Roll 2d6 plus 448.
And what?
Why so expensive? 457.
How do you want to do this?
With great prejudice.
Okay. So, with that bellow declaration,
Yeah.
shadowy energy wraps around Knee and the big Diablo's wings flare out. Soraan turns to look at you. Ah. And then you quickly, essentially you fly across in a rage, your hand flashes out, grabs him by the face. Flap of the wings, you bring him up into the air, pitch back, and just throw him back down onto the ground hard enough to kick up a big cloud of dust over here somewhere. And then you point the crossbow right down, energy gathers on the tip. It's basically just a beam of energy like a Kamehameha that shoots out of the tip. As you pump everything you've got into it, it flies down, hits the crater Soraan made when he hit the ground. There's another big boom. The cloud of dust that kicks up and the gust of wind is pretty damn intense, and the rest of you kind of have to shield your eyes to avoid the dust blinding you. When the dust clears, you can see the shade in the bottom of the crater you made, flickering and slowly losing its material form. Sort of just looking up at you.
Good. Cultivate that. You're gonna need it.
Disappears.
I hate how he keeps saying that. Well,
Mika.
She's over here.
I'm also
Stay
imagining
with
that.
us, Mika. We're here.
She kneels down. I'm
Go on.
almost imagining just for the scenery of it. Her wings and eyes are still aglow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very
she-
much. It hasn't worn off yet.
So yeah, like just a quick flap of her wings, almost like a jump straight over.
Mm-hmm.
Kneels down next to Mika and like picks her up, and that the pose.
Yeah.
Healing
Mika.
Mika. Well, this is the process.
Hey,
Ow!
yeah, you need to stop scaring me like that.
want to talk? Look at you. You're the scariest thing here right now.
I'm gonna have to agree with her. That is a nice size crater. I think that's a new record.
Suddenly,
Okay, I'm back. Mom was going all glowy red eyes, wanting me to do the laundry.
nah.
You,
Well,
you,
the only thing you missed was me going glowy amber eyes and
Kamehameha.
yeah, pummeling Soraan into nothingness.
yeah, she used her big epic combo of a Black Storm and Sharp Shot, and Soraan's Shade just kind of disappeared into that crater over there.
Like, how much health did he have left when she did this?
50.
Ouch.
I go to regret this.
So my attack would have killed her. Oh well.
Probably.
No, actually, your attack did 30 damage, so it wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah,
But it's
but yeah, with Mika mentioning like, "Oh, you're the scariest thing in here right now." Someone kind of was chuckling to herself, but kind of calming down a bit. Her wings will go into blue feathered mode.
Did you get him?
There's a crater now.
And there is not a speck of him left in there.
Good.
When you got hit with that, I thought, wow. Whoops.
As you sort of help
Got him.
Mika back to her feet. A moment passes before you hear a lightning and thunder rumbling overhead.
Okay, I'll be up once the DM cuts me loose.
Yeah, we're almost done here. Just a couple more minutes. So, the thunder overhead keeps rumbling. There's this big crackle of electricity that flies down at the pinnacle of this platform. It swirls around for a few moments before gradually coalescing into a humanoid shape with a long flowing robe, a big beard, a crooked staff in his hand, and weird-shaped purple wings flaring out from his shoulders. The light dims, and Ramu takes the stage. Well done. And now, I believe you all have questions that need answering. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so, couple things. For defeating the Shade of Soraan, which was a boss-type enemy, everyone gets 2 destiny points.
Like, fuck.
Did I get 3?
Yes, you do get 3
Yep.
for that.
So I'm back at 11.
All right, and Nee, I will give you an extra 1 as well for leaping to Mika's defense as you did.
Yeah.
That was suitably heroic.
And scary.
Oh yeah. So, and
Heroically scary.
furthermore, the party's communal gil gets increased by 3,000,
Nice.
and you all level up.
Yay.
Yeah. So, we will be sure to address that in the interim. But for now, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to that fight for a while. And next session, it's going to be a doozy. Lore dump time, bitches. But until then, we'll see you next time, and keep listening, people. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm getting food.
Bye, everyone.
I finally get to eat. He's finally setting me free to eat.
Go eat. Go eat, you wonderful person, you. That was good. I liked that.